Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports. Tonight we are broadcasting from St. Louis Park High School in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and we are bringing you Metro West Conference girls basketball featuring the Richfield Spartans visiting with a 4-18 record against the home St. Louis Park Orioles with a very good record at 14-9. And now we are going to the starting lineups. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're here with us tonight for this cross-town rivalry, two inner suburb schools going at it, both with long storied histories in sports. And the rivalry continues tonight.
For the Orioles of St. Louis Park, junior guard, Jordan Turek.
That's Jordan Turek, the senior.
Junior forward.
Or the junior, but very experienced.
And for the Orioles of St. Louis Park, sophomore center,
Reagan Alexander, also a stellar volleyball player, only a sophomore, 6 feet tall.
For the Orioles of St. Louis Park, junior guard Shayla Miller.
Shayla Miller can shoot it from the outside. Keep an eye on her when she gets streaky hot. She can knock down 3-4 threes in a row.
And for the Orioles of St. Louis Park, sophomore guard
Kendall Coley, another 6-footer, another sophomore, and also another star on the volleyball team. She and Reagan Alexander are the two front posts that Richfield is going to have to deal with this afternoon or this evening if they want to have any chance at winning. Both these teams met earlier this year in their first conference matchup at Richfield back on January 18th. And that score was 66-48. Nearly a 20-point victory for the Orioles. They are very powerful. They can score a lot of points. It'll be interesting to see what defense Richfield tries to employ to slow down the Orioles. They may come out with a press depending on how much team speed they have, but here both teams come out. Orioles in dark uniforms going right to left. Richfield Spartans in the white with green trim going left to right. And we're about to begin to take the opening tip-off. That is Reagan Alexander, and she gets it right away to Shayla Miller, number 31, and she drives right in the lane, pulls up, pass back out to number 14. That's Lindsay Olson, the senior guard. Turek now with it. She sets up the offense, and it looks like Richfield is in a woman-to-woman defense, I should say. No, they're actually playing a matchup zone. Now down low on the post, that's Miller. She's looking for an angle, can't find a room there. Now kicks it back out to Lindsay Olson. Olson with it now. Drives the right side over to the corner. Kendall Coley shoots, nice mid-range jump shot. Gets the Orioles off to a great start here, 2-0 early on. Now Richfield Spartans' first offensive possession. With the ball that is number 2. Now out on the top of the key to number 20, that's Molly Stark, a 5'10" sophomore forward. And now we have a whistle and a traveling call on number 23, Karina Hartman. And here's that nice stop, pop, jump shot by Reagan Alexander. Boy, if she can keep that going tonight, that was Kendall Coley there with the jump shot. And now underneath, the layup attempt by Reagan Alexander goes off the rim. Now rebound Spartans into the front court, and the drive the whole distance by number 0, Tahia Powell, and she misses, but the rebound goes in for the Spartans, and now they tie it up at 2. No press. Now driving the right side, Shayla Miller, and the running jump shot from the right side draws the foul and a whistle, and she will go to the line to shoot 2. Here's that drive by Powell, and then she gets her own rebound and right back up. Nice off the board layup there by Tahela Powell. And the first free throw attempt by Shayla Miller is good. 3-2 lead here, just underway from the St. Louis Park High School. Inbound pass now. The Orioles have a full court 2 man-to-man press. Now across the timeline, dribbling there for the Spartans, Karina Hartman. Hartman now with it to the left side on the wing. That is number 24, I believe. No, number 20 with it, Molly Stark. And now at the top of the key, that is 0, Powell. Powell down low, and the layup is in. Nice pass in there by Powell down to number 20, Molly Stark, who drives and up with the left-handed layup. Keeps the Spartans even here at 4. Just under 16 minutes to go here, first half, and there's the jump shot off the mark. That was taken by Reagan Alexander. Rebound underneath by Jordan Turek, and she fights her way for a layup there. Nice effort there by number 21, Jordan Turek. And the full court press again, man-to-man. Turek on Powell, now getting some help from Reagan Alexander. Nice pass there to number 24, Taylor Eckerman. Now into the front court. Stark pulls up, and she turns it over. Kind of got caught down low. Now Shayla Miller, lead pass ahead to Coley. Coley down low to Reagan Alexander, and she draws the foul on Molly Stark. Stark in disbelief there, or just frustration. What could I do? There's the jump shot by Alexander, and nice rebound by Turek, getting under there, creating space for herself, and then knowing exactly what to do with it. It's those types of plays that win ball games. Great effort by Jordan Turek. Now the inbounds pass underneath. And Lindsay Olson, off the mark. She also is a streaky three-point shooter. And nice jump shot there. Kendall Coley, number 32, hits from mid-range. And now it's 8-4. Now we have a foul as number 23, Hartman, was trying to get up along the far sideline, and Shayla Miller, showing some exasperation there, gets called for the foul. Looks like she may have bumped her right there with the hip. All right, now into the front court. That is Powell for the Spartans on the near side, being guarded very closely. Turek way out there, pressuring her right near the timeline. Now she drives Powell, which is what you're supposed to do. And now the bad pass underneath, and Turk gets it 2-on-2 here with Shayla Miller. Shayla stops at the free throw line, gives it back to Kendall Coley, shot off the rim, and the rebound off Richfield. So a throw in underneath for the Orioles, leading 8-4. There's the jump shot. Those are gonna start to go. That's a nice looking shot there by Kendall Coley. And there, an inbounds pass to Coley, gets the 2. And now they're up by 6, the Orioles are. More pressure in the backcourt. They got 10 seconds to get across the line. Powell does so. Nice job taking care of the ball, which is what a point guard is supposed to do. And a nice inbounds pass. Powell, very impressive there for the Spartans. It's her inbound pass to Hartman, then draws the foul on the shot attempt. She'll go to the line. Here's the replay. Nice bounce pass, threading the needle in there, and up for the shot. Oh, I thought, boy, there was a foul. It was probably before the shot. Didn't really see the foul on the shot, but there is Karina Hartman after making the first. Nice shot. Good, nice looking free throw. Perfect. All right, now back into the front court are the Orioles. Down pass there to Reagan Alexander. She drives baseline, and the reverse layup, draws it, and the 1. That was a beautiful play by 23, Reagan Alexander. Oh my goodness, watch the move. Quick move, crossover, reverse layup, draws the foul. Perfect. 12-6 is the lead, and we have some substitutions coming out for the Orioles. Lindsay Olson and Shayla Miller. In now is Sophie Ullman, number 15, the senior, also a very good player, and number 4, Faith Johnson. Both those players see regular minutes in every game and a very important part of their attack here. Now Richfield in the front court. Nice drive there. And a layup for number 30, Fametta Zuba, 5'8" sophomore. Boy, that was a good looking drive with the left hand in traffic. Richfield has some talent out there, no question. Now the shot, and off the mark by Reagan Alexander. And now the rebound to the Spartans. And a chance to cut the lead to 3 or 2 this time down the court with 13:20 to go here, first half. Into the front court now. Ullman draws the foul, reaching in. Probably an unnecessary foul, really, that far out from the basket with the lead. Here's that drive. Look at that. Right over 2 6-footers are Ullman, and then that was 23 Alexander, showing no fear on that drive. Okay, now Richfield into the front court, following the foul. Now out to Powell. Powell with it, down on the at the free throw line, and the lead pass attempt to number 34. I think that's Simone Ashford. And now we have some confusion. Yeah, there's the pass, tried to get it down there. Nice defense by Ullman, tipping that away, which may have been a certain 2 points for Richfield. Great defense by Ullman there. Now the pass underneath, and in traffic, unable to catch it, is Richfield. Now to the front court, 2-on-2. Kendall Coley, her shot off, rebound to Ullman. Coley over to Turk, wide open from three-point land, and she drains it. Three-pointer for Turk, and boy, she's having a nice game, both on the offensive boards, shooting from downtown, playing great defense, and now the turnover again, and here they come on a 2-on-none break, and the layup goes in for Reagan Alexander, and now they're up by 10, and that draws a timeout by Richfield's head coach, Trey Jackson, and a wise one it is for sure. Here's the replay on the turnover, all to number 23, Reagan Alexander. Orioles off to a great start here, 18 points to 8. Richfield only has 4 wins on the year, and they do have a couple talented players early on here, but maybe not enough firepower as we look at Jordan Turek. Look at that nice shot. That is big time hitting that one. So if you're Richfield, what are you talking about to your players here? They've been doing some nice things. I think you want to emphasize that, and they should keep doing that. Get the ball more over to Fameta Zuba, who had that nice drive. There she is with the Conan with her back to us, I believe, but hopefully she'll get back in there for Richfield. We'll see if they do anything differently defensively. Can't leave people like Jordan Turk wide open. She'll kill them every time. So they're just gonna have to play a little better defense too, try to cause some turnovers here. So let's see if there's any change in strategy. They were in a matchup zone defense before, and the Orioles have been pressing since the beginning, and they are also doing that again. But Powell, the point guard there with the ball, has been doing a great job. I don't think there's been any turnovers on the press, and they're not quite, now they're gonna try to trap them. Now it's a different type of press. So they and it worked over and back. Nice coaching job there by the Orioles head coach, Arsenio Richardson. So what they did is they had the full court man-to-man press, and then for that one, they pulled it back, kind of go to them, and right when she crossed the timeline, that's when they sprung the trap and used the timeline as part of that trap, and it worked. All right, there is Kendall Coley's jump shot way off the mark. Rebound, gets fouled. Number 23, nice rebound by Karina Hartman, and she got tripped as she tried to, there's the shot. Nice defense there by Richfield's 24, Taylor Eckerman, actually altering that shot, not to be unnoticed. The 6'2" junior making her presence known on defense, and if that's what Richfield was talking about, they did get better defense this time. So we'll see now if that continues. And we have some substitutions on both teams. Late one now coming in for Richfield, 22, Destiny Ross, there she is. Ross, guard, 5'8", senior. Okay, so we do have now the man-to-man press again, although they're not putting pressure on the inbounds pass. And nice pass in, and now Powell across the timeline breaks the press easily. And now she almost loses it though. She was turning around and Ullman jumped in there. Ullman's showing great hustle. Batting away a ball earlier when she first came in, now swatting that one away. Those little things that win games. All right, now throwing it in for Richfield. To number 22, just entered the game, Destiny Ross. Ross now with it. Being guarded closely by Richfield's Jamelia Addison, the junior for the Orioles. And now on the turnover, Shayla Miller down to Addison, and her shot off the mark, and she goes to the rebound, and she gets it. Nice hustle by Addison for the Orioles. Being guarded closely, and she draws the foul as Zuba, 22 there, got her on the wrist. You can hear it all the way up here where I am. Right, not there, there. Yep. Both teams now with 4 team fouls. They got to get to 7 before the bonus kicks in. And a nice recognition pass by Shayla Miller. Finds Faith Johnson, and Faith Johnson on the shot draws the foul, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Look at that, nice, great camera work there by our ParkTV 16 camera men and women. Unbelievable, nice job there. Faith Johnson. Short on the free throw. She'll be better this next one. Sometimes you got to get that first one out of the way, just kind of get your bearings. It's quite an experience when you're running at full blast and then to stop, everyone's looking at you. It's a free throw that's not necessarily that free. And her second one better, but off the mark. And a great rebound by Jamelia Addison. Wow, putting it right up there powerfully. Well done by Addison. Got the rebound and then put the power dribble down and went right back up with it. That's great coaching right there. Okay, now throw in for the Orioles. They're going to add more damage here this trip down. Addison, nice look underneath, and the play worked perfectly. Lindsay Olsen taking the pass from Addison, and number 25 Addison, the junior guard, making her presence known tonight. And now out of control a little bit. Oh, I hope she's okay. That was Zuba again, I believe. No, excuse me. Destiny Ross hit the floor hard on that. Or no, that's number 30, excuse me. That is Zuba, Farnetta Zuba, and she's gonna come out. Yeah, I bet she got the wind knocked out of her just a little bit. Okay, now, no pressure. Orioles leading 22-8 here, first half. Now Sophie Ullman with the ball. Over to Lindsay Olsen, and she takes the big three-pointer off the front of the rim. Addison almost gets the rebound. And off of Richfield. So possession will remain with the Orioles. They call the play underneath. 31, Shayla Miller will throw it in. Richfield in the man-to-man, as you always got to be on these. Okay, then Miller at the top of the key. No, now Miller. That was from Lindsay Olsen. Miller to Ullman. Ullman drives, gets by her defender, and Addison just got mugged out there at that three-point line. My goodness, Addison plays tough. She's bouncing on the floor, banging into people. Look at that, just gets mugged. No better word. Absolutely. She is tough there. Jamelia Addison, the junior guard, having a great night here. And makes the free throw to boot after taking that assault. Here's her stats. Getting some great key minutes here for the Orioles tonight, and makes the second one. Look at that, nothing. Oh, she was in three-point land. She's gonna get a third one. Jamelia Addison impressing tonight. And that one off the rim. Rebound, Faith Johnson almost gets it away from the taller 6'2" Eckerman. And Eckerman, though, does a nice job not turning it over and getting control of it. Well done there. There's now 22 again. Destiny Ross just playing a little bit out of control out there. Just kind of not, just being a little too ahead of herself. And now the nice lead pass to Olsen draws another foul from Destiny Ross. She'll go to the line. Ross now, I don't know how many personal fouls she had. This might be her second. Right there. Gets her on the wrist. Clear as day. That's her third already. We still have 10 minutes to go in the first half, so let's see if she's going to come out. No, the coach's going to let her in. Coming in for the Orioles, though, that's number 32. The 6-foot sophomore guard, Kendall Coley. She's a 6-foot guard. You know you got a lot of talent when you have a 6-foot guard and a 6-foot center. All right, more substitutions. Ross staying in, but coming out is Talia Powell, I would say their best backcourt player. And Powell, just 8th grader, I just noticed. My goodness, showing all kinds of maturity. Now Ross gets it in, and double teamed is 23 Hartman, and she does a nice job getting get the ball up the court there. Apologize for that. And now a turnover. So the pressure defense with Powell out, who's going to bring the ball up? And that time it was number 11, Samantha Carlson, and also an 8th grader. So really young there in Richfield. And now we got another whistle and an offensive foul this time, I think, on Ullman, or on Olsen, Lindsay Olsen, for the offensive push. But boy, Richfield been stuck on 8 for several minutes, I believe. They haven't scored in a long time here, as we now are under 10 minutes to go first half. And another turnover, Shayla Miller gets hammered there by number 11, Samara Carlson. That'll be the 8th team foul for Richfield, and they're starting to come unhinged here just a little bit. Lack of experience starting to emerge here in the theme. Shayla Miller, number 31, makes the first of her 2 free throws on this foul when she was shooting, and she makes it, and it's now 29-8, 28-8, 20-point lead. Not even a quarter of the way through the match yet, and 20 points is the lead. Now the question becomes, is St. Louis Park going to get 100 tonight? That would be something. But they are off to a great start here with a 20-point lead. Now the throw in for Hartman. Hartman gets it in. Now number 5 with it for the Spartans. That's Reen Scoff. She is a 5'4" sophomore guard. Now the other 8th grader on the court there, Carlson, Samara. And now Ross. Pass down low to 24, Eckerman, and her pass to number 23, Hartman, draws the foul as she was shooting, and she'll go to the line. There's the nice pass. Boy, those are tough passes to make in such short, close quarters like that while she's running at that pace. Nice execution there by the Spartans, results in a free throw attempt, and she makes it. That's Karina Hartman, 5'9" junior. She'll get a second one here on the shooting foul. And with that, she makes 1 of 2, but they break the scoring drought. They were stuck on 8 for several minutes, and now they're on 9, down 19. Now driving, Kendall Coley over to Shayla Miller. Look at that ball movement. Boy, team is really getting good. Orioles could cause some damage in the section playoffs coming up next month. And then look at that layup, driving layup, Faith Johnson. Really well done. Drive the lane, stops, nails that 2-pointer. 30-9 is your score here. Karina Hartman drives the left hand. She's got great skills. A big shot from outside by Richfield, and now the lead pass off the rebound, and they were asleep at the switch as Ullman makes them pay. And yeah, number 5 who took the shot was admiring it, Reen Scoff, and didn't get back to play defense, and that's what happens when you fall in love with your shot like that. Her responsibility as the point guard is to make sure that doesn't happen, and she did not get back in time, and you know she's going to hear about it at the practice session. Now rebound to the Orioles. Now Ullman, and she draws the foul. A little close there, undisciplined Karina Hartman. You got to give them room to turn, and they catch the ball. So Hartman now, the team's 9th team foul. 1 more, and it'll be the double-double and an automatic 2 on every foul going forward. So with 8:02 to go, Sophie Ullman, senior guard, having a great night off the bench. A lot of Orioles having really good nights tonight on the court. Just about everybody. Ullman makes the first one. And shot number 2. is also good, and we're going to have a substitution. Jordan Turk comes in for Ullman, so it's just going to get that much tougher for the Spartans. Orioles, they've got great starting five. They've got some bench. They've got some experience. They've got a good coach. Keep an eye on them in those playoffs coming up. Now the drive by Fatah. Oh, that could have been a charge. I don't know. Reagan Alexander taking the hit for the team. Looked like she might have had position, and from the naked eye, let's see here on the replay, she comes in and, oh yeah, that is a charge if I ever saw one. Bad call. Outside of the circle by a good foot or more. She was there, had a campfire going before she got hit. That's how much time she was there. And the second free throw attempt off the mark by number 30, Fameta Zuba. So that 1-on-1 didn't result in any points, and if Richfield's gonna have any chance, they gotta make all their free throws. Now the outside shot by Lindsay Olsen, and now look out if you're Richfield, yikes. They haven't begun to get hot at the three-point shot, and they can get really hot. And Lindsay Olsen, I think, is just warmed up here with 7.5 minutes to go. Look at that, nice recognition with a player out on her too. Look at that shot. Beautiful arc, goes out of our camera view and right back in. Beautiful. Addison now back in the match, and there's gonna be some banging going on now for sure. She plays very physical style of basketball. Hard to know what to do with her. She's very strong, you can tell. She goes in and gets that rebound on the made shot. Now it's 40-9. And now on the defense, Kendall Coley gets the block, and the layup draws the foul. My goodness, they're gonna get 50 before halftime. This could be a game for the ages in St. Louis Park. Lore, 42 points, 7:01 to go in the first half. Holy smokes, look at that shot. Just look at that follow through. That is so beautiful to watch. That is how you shoot a basketball, Shayla Miller. Timeout here, 7:01 to go. I don't know if they go to running time at some point. Don't know if they have a mercy rule in basketball. I don't know, maybe Paul Broden, our producer, might know, but let's look at St. Louis Park upcoming schedule. Let's see here. Well, let's see where they've been. So they come off the Bloomington-Jefferson win. They struggled against Cooper, struggled against Bloomington Kennedy. That's a surprise. Chanhassen, that's an impressive win. They beat Edina. I'll tell you what, St. Louis Park, been a month or so at least since I've seen them play, and they look a lot better than they did then. They just seem to be a lot more mature and wise. And upcoming, they've got Richfield tonight, then at the Nild on the 19th. That will be a war. That is a game to go to or catch it. I don't know if we're going to be bringing you that game or not, but that game would be one to go see. All right, now the made free throw, 43-9. I think they're going to exceed 50 here in the first half. I've never heard of such a thing. Powell now almost turns it over. And the big shot off the mark. She's got a good looking shot, just missing. You get the fact that number 5 there, Scoff for Richfield, is also one of those streaky shooters. She has a nice shot. I think those are going to start to go in. Now the big shot way off the mark taken by number 24, Eckerman, and then the rebound shot off the mark. So boy, Richfield just really struggling here. Shayla Miller now launches the 3 and she nails it. Boy, they are pouring it on here in the first half, 46-9. My eyes deceive me, my goodness. All right, now, and the pressure's on at some point. I don't know when you take off the pressure. They're approaching a 40-point lead here. I don't know if there's bad blood between these schools or not, but right now they're just playing hard. It's the first half. We'll see what happens in the second half. I think it's okay. Powell now with the shot, and she nails the 3 and gets them off the drought. Boy, oh boy. 12 points for Richfield. Let's see if they can build on that. Now, here come the Orioles in the front court. Shayla Miller, starting 5 out there. Just look at the way they move. No, Addison's the only one that didn't start, but she is having a great night off the bench. And oh, miscommunication, but Shayla Miller. Johnny on the spot, stopping that turnover. She'll drive on Scoff there. Addison with the pick and roll, and Miller this time from the 45-degree angle, three-point land, and now the rebound, and nice outlet pass to Scoff. Scoff will split the defense, and they knock it away, and Richfield will retain possession with 5:09, and now more substitutions. Here's that replay, and the shot by Powell. Nice, interesting little jump shot. She doesn't jump much, but she jumps forward. And they still called that a three. I do think she let go of it before she came down, but not by much. Boy, that's almost hard to do. She almost gets off the court there by about a half inch or so. Interesting, but it works. And the pass intended by Scoff there for Zuba. Again, you gotta contribute that to the great pressure defense that the Orioles are displaying tonight here. 46-12, 4:59 to go. Pass in now to Ullman. Ullman in the front court, drives right. Back to Lindsay Olson. Boy, she wasn't out long, and she launches a three. This time it's short. Bombs away here at St. Louis Park High School in the first half. Let's see if St. Louis Park can get to 50. That would be amazing. This might be their highest point total. I wonder, going back in the history books. And now pass underneath. That was Molly Stark, number 20, drawing the foul. She took the pass in on the low post. That was Turk's first foul. 8th team foul. So both teams now in the 1-1, except that St. Louis Park is in the double-double bonus. Double bonus, I should say. And that shot just climbs in. Molly Stark, nice touch there. Boy, all these shooters all have great form. Taught well. Slight ball rotation. Oh, a little short, a little flat there. All right, here comes that's Lindsay Olson ahead to Addison, and she smartly let go of the ball. Would have been called for a palming. Now Ullman from outside. Rebound. Lindsay Olson, nice bounce pass to Addison, and her layup attempt, but she gets her own rebound, and then tied up, and a jump ball is the call. Possession arrow favors the St. Louis Park Orioles, so they'll keep it. Now Shayla Miller coming in, and she's coming in for Lindsay Olson. Good crowd on hand here. Smattering of Richfield fans as well, and that pass, and Addison does catch up to it. Now Addison drives the right side, and she's gonna take it all the way, you can tell, and she does give it up as she goes down. Boy, she hits the ground off, and now Turek, top of the key, will settle it down. Johnson, the give and go to Turek, and they're gonna call that off Turek. Good call there by the refs. I do think Turek did get the last piece right there. I think Powell got a piece of it, and then it went off Turek. Turek knows, you can tell by her body language there. Okay, 3:49, and the full court press is on. Arsenio Richardson is not letting up at all. And Miller almost poked it away from Powell. Nice job by Powell. Now the outside pass, the three-point shot made by Fameta Zuba. Nice shot there. Now the lead is 30 for the Orioles. We approach the end of half number 1 here from St. Louis Park High School. I am Robert Christensen, ParkTV 16 Sports, your cable access sports channel, bringing you this production, and it's a good one. Here come the Spartans. Nice look underneath by Zuba. She finds Molly Stark all alone underneath, and now Richfield's starting to show some life here. Into the front court now, Addison to Turek. Good ball movement. Johnson 4 with it, now rotates it over to Addison, and she takes the three-point shot and banks it in. My goodness, Everything is turning up well here for the Orioles. I don't think she intended to bank that in, but that's a good shot when it goes in. 49-18. And Powell drives, and that's a tough angle on the running jump shot, and Miller gets the rebound, heads in to Addison, and she's going in on Scoff, and her layup climbs in, and they've exceeded 50 points with 2:20 to go here. 51 points now for the Orioles. Incredible display of offense and defense has led to that point total. Now the pass underneath, taken away. Another example of great defensive strategies by Richardson's Orioles. He calls out instructions there. Ullman looking back over shoulder. She's got the play now from the coach. Dishes off to Shayla Miller. She drives, running jump shot, tough to make. Gets her own rebound, and the Kareem Abdul, little left-handed kind of sky hook. That's also a tough shot to make. And it's 53-18. 45-point lead here. Minute and a half to go here, first half. And Ullman gets the turnover, and she's on a 2-on-none break. Oh, man, and she easily lays it in, and it's 55 points. 1:20 to go, and the press is still on. Zuba, and that's a travel. I'll say this, the Richfield Spartans have shown no let up tonight. That's one great thing about high school sports. All these kids just have great spirit and energy. Such great training. Just keep fighting all the time. Such a great skill to have. Okay, now, throw in for the Orioles. And 1:12 clock running. Ullman now across the timeline, being guarded by Hartman. Hartman gets up in her face. Nice look underneath, and Faith Johnson was a little off balance on that shot. And the rebound ahead to Molly Stark, down low to Zuba, and the layup. Nice play. 3 passes and a layup. Richfield, nice job by the Spartans. And now to the front court, Turek. Orioles, when they know it's time to score, they are going for the jugular here. I like it. The killer instinct, and Faith Johnson off the mark. And ball out of bounds on the long rebound. Look at that nice pass right there. Seeing her out of the corner of her eye, Molly Stark, Molly Stark, nice job at put that in there. High off the board by Babetta Zuba for Richfield, nicely done. 28 seconds to go, Richfield down low to number 35, that's Ashford. Now Zuba. And that's Hartman now, 17 seconds to play. First half, and Kendall Coley knocks it loose, Jordan Turek, and they're off to the races. Faith Johnson, and the lead pass to Lindsay Olsen, a little too far, had to take it underneath the basket. Now they wipe it around. Look at that ball movement. If she makes this, that's amazing. Wow, that is a highlight ring right there, right before the buzzer. Great ball movement, makes it 58-20. End of the first half. Here's the replay. Look at this. That is just a well-oiled machine right there, folks. See you later. Come on back for the second half.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports. We are just underway at the Metro West girls varsity game between the St. Louis Park Orioles. It's first possession for the Orioles here in the second half, and that shot by Kendall Coley off the mark. If you're just joining us, that is your score, 58-20. I think it was 58-18 at halftime. Your eyes do not deceive you. The Orioles scored 58 points in the first half. Let's see if they can break 100. I don't think there's any doubt that they're going to win this game. as Reagan Alexander scores on the long layup there. Now they're at 60 already, and we have 17 minutes to go here in the match. Richfield with the ball, going from right to left in the white uniforms with the green trim. So side out for the Orioles as they will continue with the onslaught. Let's see if they come out here and continue pressing. They employed a very effective full court press in the first half that led to a lot of turnovers and a lot of easy baskets. And now the turnover this time for Richfield is now Zuba has it. That is Fameta Zuba, number 30. And in the front court, that is Powell. And down low, and now it's intercepted there by Reagan Alexander, and now she's in the front court. Nice defense there. Shayla Miller with it, number 31. Oh, nice crossover dribble on Hartman, and her shot high off the backboard. Big rebound and a whistle, and possession will stay with the St. Louis Park Orioles. And a throw in now, Shayla Miller underneath. And she finds Reagan Alexander with the left hand, and Alexander quickly with 4 points here to begin the first half, or second half, I should say. And she's got the first 4 points, and they're at 62, and I think the game within the game now is, can the Orioles reach 100? That is a reason to watch for sure. And the nice rebound by Stark, and another rebound, this time by 24's Taylor Eckerman, and ball out of bounds off of the Orioles. All right, now pass in to Hartman. And underneath, and the rebound and layup goes in for Molly Stark. And they've cut the lead to 40. Now into the front court, Kendall Coley, the 6-foot guard, drives, dishes off to Ullman, who finds Turk on the outside. Her shot short from three-point land. Now Powell with the rebound, 2-on-2, and a chance for Richfield to try to cut in the deficit, and the nice 2-point jump shot by Karina Hartman cuts the lead to 38. 15 minutes to go. Reagan Alexander now to Turek. Jordan Turek over to Kendall Coley. Dribbles now. Faith Johnson, look at the ball movement. Looks like the Indiana Hoosiers from the movie Hoosiers. Look at it, move the ball and just rotate and rotate. And what a beautiful, look at the drive by Kendall Coley. My goodness, that was outstanding. That was big time move there by Kendall Coley, the 6-foot guard. That was nice to see. Hope we can see that on a replay. All right, now Powell, and she gets it back. 40-point lead for the Orioles here. And the drive, dish out to Zuba. Zuba drives strong, and off the mark, she goes down, no foul. Hard to tell if there was any contact from my point of view. Now to the front court, Sophie Ullman to Kendall Coley, down to Faith Johnson. Johnson with the bounce pass underneath to Reagan Alexander, and another textbook-looking play there. 4 passes and a layup. What are you gonna do? Just outstanding. Now Richfield in the front court. Zuba back to Powell. Zuba down to Molly Stark. And the drive by Hartman. Short running jumper from the side. Those are hard to make. And a jump ball created there by 24, Taylor Eckerman for Richfield. Possession arrow, though, favors the Orioles as now the 2 6-footers, Kendall Coley, Reagan Alexander, are going to have a seat here. Let's see if Arsenio Richardson starts to go to his bench here. More in the second half. Shayla Miller now drives, nice bounce pass on the breakaway, and Jordan Turek a little hard off the board. I'll tell you, those layups are not that easy when you're coming that fast. You really got to lay off. And now the charge by Molly Stark is Jamison Addison hits the deck again. I'd like to have the over-under on how many times she hits the floor. She is a tough player. Look at her getting in the way there. Boy, that's a tough call on Stark. What was she supposed to do? But boy, Addison, she just puts her nose in there and takes the hit. She's got the tape on the glasses and everything. All right, and the shot by Miller. Right at the free throw line. 68 points, 13 minutes to go. Will they make 100? I hope they do. All right, now, big shot by Zuba. Another three-point shot. These players in high school, they love that three-point shot. Who can blame them? They're really devastating if you can come down and shoot those all day long. All right, now Shayla Miller drives the left side. Turk, boy, St. Louis Park. I keep saying it, I can't help it. They look really, really tight tonight. Really good. Just on top of it. Nice drive there. I mean, they look like a really well-oiled college machine here. Really good. And she draws the foul, Faith Johnson. So that stops the clock on the arm there. Here's Turek on the replay. Turns, shoots. Oh, that was the nice jump shot from just inside the free throw line, which is 15 feet away. And Faith Johnson off the mark. There you can see Arsenio Richardson. Gives a low five there to Jordan Turk. Lots of substitutions here. Arsenio Richardson's got this thing down. I really like what he's got going on here. I haven't seen too many of the other teams in the Metro West or in the section, but they got to get through Hopkins, that's for sure. That's going to be Paige Buchers, and Hopkins just look unbelievable. But you never know, that's why they play. Okay, now, clock back underway, 12:15 and counting. Sophie Ullman across the timeline, Powell guarding her, and she drives all the way in. Off, tough, nice defense by Powell. Outlet pass to Zuba. Nice job there on the outlet pass, by the way. Now into the front court, Hartman to Powell. She drives the lane, she's got a chance. Addison closed the gap quickly. And the rebound off of Addison right to Hartman, and Hartman lays it in. 40-point lead for the Orioles still. Now Shayla Miller to Addison. She gives to Faith Johnson, drives. They just keep coming at you. Nobody's stopping them here. Just their motion offense. And now a nice turnover as Taylor Eckerman intercepts it. The 6'2" junior now comes down the court across the timeline. And now underneath, Hartman off the mark there. Rebound by Zuba, comes flying in from the right side and takes the rebound. Nice looking shot there and play there by that woman right there, number 30, Zuba. Boy, Richfield has some talent. Zuba, 30. She's a senior, unfortunately, for Richfield. They'll be losing her. But they got some 8th grade guards out there that are getting some playing time. Powell out there was a starter, and she is their arguably their best player. Shows lots of poise out there and maturity. Number 0 for the Spartans. Okay, now motion offense. They just keep moving. This is how you see the teams in the men's NCAA tournament play. When these teams that get to the Elite 8, Final 4, this is what they're doing, is what St. Louis Park looks like. Just moving that ball. And they're so familiar with each other. Now the nice turnover by Powell and the pass ahead to Hartman. Down low to Zuba, and she sneaks it in there. And she is having a nice night there, Zuba, especially in the second half. 33 points now for Richfield. They've cut the lead to 36, but now Faith Johnson, or is that Shayla Miller? Yeah, Shayla Miller gets the answer there, 71 points. And now we have a timeout by Richfield. I don't know what they're going to talk about here. 71-33, and let's look at the standings. Metro West, so there's Chaska, followed by Robbinsdale Cooper. That was the last loss the Orioles had. And then Bloomington Kennedy, that was their other loss. So, boy, in the conference, they're 6-5, and they have struggled with the teams ahead of them. So there is the class of the league is Chaska, Robbinsdale Cooper, Bloomington Kennedy, but St. Louis Park's knocking on the door. Build St. Margaret's always tough at 4-5, 14-7 overall. Chan has them down a little this year. Richfield, tough, and Bloomington Jefferson 1 and 10. So coming up next for St. Louis Park, let's see, they've got, what we got here for them? Well, they got Benilde next Tuesday. That's going to be a great game. And they're right next to each other in the Metro West standings. Okay, now out of the timeout. 38-point lead. Outlet pass taken away by Faith Johnson, and she's fouled on top of it. So that will be the third team foul for the visiting Spartans. They got foul trouble early, so much better job. And the Orioles have 0 fouls this half. So this has just been like Disneyland for the Orioles today, just on the scoreboard. 71 points, it's stellar. Now Turek drives the left side. She can drive with both hands equally well. Now Ullman with the jump shot. Boy, they're playing loose, they're playing confident, they're having fun out there. And a 40-point lead again with 9:30 to go here in the front court now, the Spartans. Let's see if they can get to 50. If they can get to 50 and keep the Orioles under 100, that would be respectable. Now Zuba to Hartman over to the far side to the 8th grade Powell. Drives the the baseline, now gives it up to Eckerman. Eckerman, the only one that can match the size of St. Louis Park. They're twin towers of Reagan Alexander and Kendall Coley, both at 6 feet. And the big shot from outside, way off the mark, but the rebound was so large that it went to Zuba. Now back around, nice ball rotation this time by the Spartans and Eckerman. Great ball rotation, and the nice look inside to Hartman draws the foul, and now Paul Broden, our producer, has told me that there is running time because of the differential, a large differential in scores, so that'll move the game along. So clock ticking here during these free throws, and that is the mercy rule in effect. I don't know if they start stoppage again if it gets below a certain mark. I don't know where that bet rate's 35 points in the second half with 9 minutes to go. So that is the rule, 35 with 9 minutes to go. Thank you, Paul. And off the rim, rebound to Reagan Alexander, 8 minutes to go, 39-point lead. I still think the game here is to see if the Orioles can break 100. They're not pressing as much as I can see, which is a good thing. No reason to do that. Now substitutions coming in, looking like they're going to come in for the Orioles on the sideline. So it looks like Richardson's going to go to his bench, as he should. These younger bench players that'll be coming up can use all the experience they can get. And it is a different intensity level when you play in these varsity games from anything else. Definitely can feel it when you're out there. All right, now there's the foul. It's Ullman. That was her nice jump shot. Boy, these girls shoot well. All right, Jordan Turek at the line. Just a junior still. They'll have her back next year with the Twin Towers, Coley and Alexander. Future looks bright for girls St. Louis Park basketball. Now checking into the game, number 13 for the Orioles. Sadie Yorosh, the sophomore off the JV, getting some experience. Number 13 in the match on the far side. Coming out to guard, man-to-man now, no full court, and also in is number 11 there, Ellie Ostad, the 9th grader, and she's had some minutes. Both Ostad and Yorosh have had good minutes in prior games, so this is their first taste, but boy, going into the playoffs, you never know when you're going to need your bench to show up, though, so these experience are worth their weight in gold, as they say. Now the pass, lead pass, and Addison unable to corral it in. She was open, the ball was there. Just couldn't quite get the handle on it. Clock still running at 6:10, 6:08. More substitutions. Now in the match for St. Louis Park, number 45. She's guarding she's guarding Hartman. 45 is Emma Amon. sophomore guard. And now Eckerman is fouled by Addison. She laughs. She is an interesting player out there. Gotta love her. Jamalia Addison just plays with reckless abandon. I wouldn't want to play against her if I was another team. She is a very effective. Just tough, tough, tough. And she'll come out. Nice job for Jamalia. And coming out there also with her is Faith Johnson. And they've got a real balanced team here, the Orioles. There's Taylor Eckerman, the junior, 6'2" at the line. Nice player in her own right. And with a little push off there, Molly Stark gets that rebound. And the nice shot from the outside, this time by Ross. Destiny Ross, 22. Now 45, Amon gives it up to number 12 for St. Louis Park. 12 is Michaela Balsimo, the Italian Balsimo. And off the rebound, and that is Destiny Ross now into the front court in traffic, spin around move, works well on Amon, and she finds Molly Stark, and she gets bumped by number 34 now in the match for the Orioles. Here's the replay. Destiny Ross is the time before down the court. Nice shot there by Ross. Out the line, Molly Stark. That is an Irish name, boy. Her free throw is short. Now more substitutions. Coming in, number 20, that's Alina Jaranila, sophomore guard, just coming in right there. You can see her going for the rebound. So nice to see Richardson go to his bench here. He really played that well. Really impressive effort tonight. They beat a team they really should have handled, and they beat them soundly, and they're going to run into much tougher defenses going forward, but they did what they were supposed to do against an inferior team, and they did it well, and that's a good sign. It's easy sometimes, these teams that are superior, they can lose focus, but not tonight. So really, really nice game here for Arsenio Richardson, and the St. Louis Park Orioles girls team here is driving there now. Number 12, Balismo, off the mark, couldn't get her own rebound. Now the shot on the rebound, Emma Amon, and she draws the foul. She'll go to the line with 3:07 and running. Doesn't look like the Orioles are going to get to 100, which is probably a good thing. You really don't want to rub it in. There's no reason for that. Which is another thing. I think it's just a real classy move by Arsenio Richardson there. You know, you come into the second half and you put the hammer down, and then about halfway through, if you're still where you were, then you start to let up and let people come in and get a taste here, and that's exactly what he's doing. And so now is Richfield. This is what you gotta love about high school sports. It's all about the experience. Get these kids in there. All right, now here we go. After all the mass substitutions, we'll try to give them to you as the play goes along, depending on who's involved. That's number 45, Emma Amon, and she makes it. And she's got a varsity point, and she says hi to her friends in the stands. Nice job. Yeah, what a great feeling. That might be her first points ever. You never know. Look at that. Big smile. That's a big deal, if that's the case. Great job by her. All right, now into the front court. Spartans now. Destiny Ross drives right by number 5, who's in the match. 5 is Evelyn Schmitz, just a 7th grader out there. Number 5. Wow, this is invaluable for her. Look at the smile, just being out there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. She is loving it. Just keep an eye on her. She can't take the smile off her face out there. Varsity court, it's really fun. All right, now free throw attempt for Richfield. And if I can see her number, I'll let you know who it is. I think it's number 35. Yeah, Simone Ashford. This is her first. And now we're already down to 123 here, as we're in running time. The mercy rule in high school girls basketball. 35-point differential with 9 minutes. You go to running time. Now on the rebound, nice there. Number 2, Zoe Boron. And now into the front court is number 1. That's Janelle Watkins, a freshman, and she turns it over. Now back into the front court for the Spartans. Lead pass to number 3. That is Dana House, and her shot off the mark. Rebound to number 2. Watkins. And now the 7th grader, number 5, Schmitz. And the shot rebound by number 40. That is Kia Hegdahl, another 7th grader, a center. Will go to the line, but she's running out of time here. I don't think they're going to let her finish. 33 seconds. She has the ball. She'll have time to get one off here, depending on what her routine is. And nice shot there by the 7th grader. My goodness. Great form there. 18 seconds. She'll have time here for the second one. And it goes in. Nice touch. And now into the front court. Destiny Ross drives and no foul, and I think that's a good no call. 2 seconds to go, and now we have a jump ball, and there is your final buzzer. And your final score from St. Louis Park High School. They go to 15-9. They win by 40 over Richfield. They got Benilde St. Margaret's next week. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and all the crew here at ParkTV 16 Sports, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.